Devi asks, O Shiva, what is your reality? What is this wonder-filled universe? What constitutes seed? Who centers the universal wheel? What is this life beyond form pervading forms? How may we enter it fully, above space and time, names and descriptions? Let my doubts be cleared.
Some introductory points. First, the world of Vigyan Bhairava Tantra is not intellectual. It is not philosophical. Doctrine is meaningless to it. It is concerned with method, with technique, not with principles at all. The word Tantra means technique, the method, the path. So it is not philosophical, note it. It is not concerned with intellectual problems and inquiries. It is not concerned with the why of things. It is concerned with how. Not what is truth, but how the truth can be attained. Tantra means technique. So this treatise is a scientific one. Science is not concerned with why. Science is concerned with how. That is the basic difference between philosophy and science. Philosophy asks why this existence. Science asks how this existence. The moment you ask the question how, method, technique becomes important. Theories become meaningless. Experience becomes the center. Tantra is science. Tantra is not philosophy. To understand philosophy is easy because only your intellect is required. If you can understand language, if you can understand concepts, you can understand philosophy. You need not change. You require no transformation. As you are, you can understand philosophy, but not Tantra. You will need a change, or rather a mutation. Unless you are different, Tantra cannot be understood. Because Tantra is not an intellectual proposition. It is an experience. Unless you are receptive, ready, vulnerable to the experience, it is not going to come to you. Philosophy is concerned with the mind. Your head is enough. Your totality is not required. Tantra needs you in your totality. It is a deeper challenge. You will have to be in it whole and soul. It is not fragmentary. A different approach, a different attitude, a different mind to receive it is required. Because of this, Devi is asking, of course, apparently philosophical questions. The Tantra starts with Devi's questions. All the questions can be tackled philosophically. Really, any question can be tackled in two ways. Philosophically or totally. Intellectually or existentially. For example, if someone asks what is love, you can tackle it intellectually. You can discuss. You can propose theories. You can argue for particular hypothesis. You can create a system, a doctrine. And you may not have known love at all. To create a doctrine, experience is not needed. Really, on the contrary, the less you know, the better. Because then you can propose a system unhesitatingly. Only a blind man can define what is light easily. When you don't know, you are bold. Ignorance is always bold. Knowledge hesitates. And the more you know, the more you feel the ground underneath is dissolving. The more you know, the more you feel how ignorant you are. And those who are really wise, they become ignorant. They become as simple as children, or as simple as idiots. The less you know, the better to be philosophic, to be dogmatic, to be doctrinaire. This is easy. To tackle a problem intellectually is very easy. But to tackle a problem existentially, not just to think about it, but to live it through, to go through it, to allow yourself to be transformed through it. That is, to know love, one will have to be in love. That is dangerous. Because you will not remain the same. The experience is going to change you. The moment you enter love, you enter a different person. And when you will come out, you will not be able to recognize your old face. It will not belong to you. A discontinuity has happened. Now there is a gap. The old man is dead, and the new man has come. That's what is known as rebirth. Being twice born. Tantra is non-philosophical and existential. So of course Devi asks questions which appear to be philosophical, but Shiva is not going to answer them that way. So better to understand it in the beginning, because otherwise you will be puzzled. Because Shiva is not going to answer a single question. All the questions Devi is asking, Shiva is not going to answer at all. And still he answers. And really only he has answered them and no one else. But on a different plane. Devi asks, what is your reality, my Lord? He is not going to answer it. On the contrary, he will give a technique. And if Devi goes through this technique, she will know. So the answer is roundabout. It is not direct. He is not going to say, who am I? He will give a technique. Do it and you know it. For Tantra, doing is knowing. And there is no other knowing. Unless you do something, unless you change, unless you have a different perspective to look at, to look with, unless you move in a different dimension altogether than the intellect, there is no answer. Answers can be given. They are all lies. All philosophies are lies. You ask a question and the philosophy gives you an answer. It satisfies you or doesn't satisfy you. If it satisfies you, you become a convert to the philosophy. You remain the same. If it doesn't satisfy you, you go on searching for some other philosophy to be converted. But you remain the same. You are not touched at all. You are not changed. So whether you are a Hindu or a Mohammedan or a Christian or a Jain, it makes no difference. The real person behind the facade of a Hindu or a Mohammedan or a Christian is the same. Only words differ, or clothes. The man who is going to the church and to the temple and to the mosque is the same man. Only faces differ. And they are faces false, mask. Behind the mask you will find the same man, the same anger, the same aggression, the same violence, the same greed, the same lust, everything the same. Is Mohammedan sexuality different from Hindu sexuality? Is a Christian violence different from a Hindu violence? It is the same. The reality remains the same, only clothes differ. Tantra is not concerned with your clothes. Tantra is concerned with you. If you ask a question, it shows where you are. it shows also that wherever you are, you cannot see. That's why the question. A blind man asks, what is light? Philosophy will start answering, what is light? Tantra will know only this, that if a man is asking what is light, it shows simply only this, that he is blind. Tantra will start operating on the man, changing the man so that he can see. Tantra will not say what is light. Tantra will say how to attain insight, how to attain seeing, how to attain vision. When the vision is there, the answer will be there. Tantra will not give you the answer. Tantra will give you the technique. How to attain the answer. Now, this answer is not going to be intellectual. If you say something about light to a blind man, this is intellectual. If the blind man himself becomes capable of seeing, this is existential. This is what I mean, Tantra is existential. So Shiva is not going to answer Devi's questions. Still, he will answer. The first thing. The second thing, this is a different type of language. You must know something about it before we enter into it. All the Tantra treatises are dialogues between Shiva and Devi. Devi questions and Shiva answers. All the Tantra treatises start that way. Why? Why this method? It is very significant. It is not a dialogue between a teacher and a disciple. It is a dialogue between two lovers. And Tantra signifies through it a very meaningful thing. The deeper teaching cannot be given unless there is love between the two, the disciple and the teacher. The disciple and teacher must become deeply lovers. Only then the higher, the beyond can be expressed. So it is the language of love. The disciple must be in an attitude of love. Not only this, because friends can be lovers. But Tantra says, a disciple means a receptivity. So the disciple must be in a feminine receptivity. Only then. You need not be a woman to be a disciple, but you need to be in a feminine attitude of receptivity. Devi asks, it means the feminine attitude asks. Why this emphasis on feminine attitude? Man and woman are not only physically different, they are psychologically different. Sex is not only a difference in the bodies, it is a difference in psychologies also. A feminine mind means receptivity, total receptivity, surrender, love. A disciple needs a feminine psychology. Otherwise, he will not be able to learn. You can ask, but if you are not open, then you cannot be answered. You can ask a question and still remaining closed. Then the answer cannot penetrate you. Your doors are closed. You are dead. You are not open. A feminine receptivity means a womb-like receptivity in the inner depth. So you can receive. And not only that, much more is implied. A woman is not only receiving something, the moment she receives it, it becomes a part of her body. A child is received. A woman conceives. The moment there is conception, the child has become part of the feminine body. It is not alien. It is not foreign. It has been absorbed. Now the child will live